Strings. Strings usage abounds in just about all types of applications. A string consists of a sequence of characters, which includes letters, numbers, punctuation marks, and spaces. To represent strings, you can use a single quote, double quotes, or triple quotes. Creating and storing strings. Strings are another basic data type available in Python. They consist of one or more characters surrounded by matching quotation marks. For example, in number 1 and 2, strings are surrounded by either a single or double quotation mark. To store a string inside a variable, you just need to assign a string to a variable. In this example, all the variables on the left side of the assignment operator are strings variables. A string character is also treated as a string in number 3. A string does not need to have characters in it. In both 4 and 5 are valid strings called empty strings. A string enclosed in double quotation marks contain single quotation marks in number 6. Likewise, a string enclosed in single quotation marks can contain double quotation marks in number 7. So basically, if one type of quotation marks surround the strings, you have to use the other type within it. If you want to include the same quotation marks within a string as you have used to enclose the strings, then you need to preface the inner quotes with the backslash, like in number 8. If you have strings spanning multiple lines, then it can be included within triple quotes in number 9. All white spaces and new lines used inside the triple quotes are literally reflected in string number 10. You can find the type of variable by passing it as an argument to type close and open bracket type close and open parenthesis function. Python strings are str data type. The str function. The str function returns a string which is considered an informal or nicely printable representation of the given object. The syntax for str function is str object. It returns a string version of the object. If the object is not provided, then it returns an empty strings. For example, here integer type is converted to string type. Notice the single quotes to represent string in number 1. The create string is an empty string number 2 of the str in number 3. Basic strings operations. In Python, strings can also be concatenated using plus sign, and multiply operator is used to create repeated sequence of strings. For example, the two strings variable are assigned with face number 1 and book in number 2. The string 1 and string 2 are concatenated using plus operator to form a new string with a new Facebook. The new string concatenated string in number 4 has the value of both the string on number 3. As you can see in the output, there is no space between the concatenated strings values. If you need white space between concatenated strings in number 6, all you need to do is include white space within a string, like in number 5. You cannot use the plus operator to concatenate values of two different types. For example, you cannot concatenate string data type with integer data type in number 7. You need to convert integer type to string type, then concatenate the values of number 8 and 9. You can use the multiplication operator on a string number 10. It repeats the string the number of times you specify and string values. And the string value, wow, is repeated 5 times. You can check for the presence of a string in another string using in and not in membership operators. It returns either a boolean true or false, and in operator evaluates to true if the string value in the left operand appears in the sequence of characters of a string value in right operand. The not in operator evaluates to true if the string value in the left operand does not appear in the sequence of characters of a string's value in right operand. For example, the statement in number 3 returns true because the string apple is present in the string apple is a fruit. The not in operator evaluates to true as the string orange is not present in apple is a fruit in string number 5. String comparison. You can use greater than, less than, greater than, equal, less than, equal, not equal to compare two strings, resulting in either boolean true or false value. Python compares strings using ASCII value of the characters. For example, strings can be compared using various comparison operators in number 1 to 7. Equality is compared using equal, double sign, equal sign. String inequality is compared using not sign. Suppose you have a string 1 as January and string 2 as Jane. The first two characters from string 1 and string 2 are compared. As they are equal, the second two characters are compared. Because they are also equal, the third two characters are compared since the third characters are also equal. The third two characters are compared since the third character are also equal. The fourth characters from the both strings are compared, and because U has greater ASCII value than E, string 1 is greater than string 2. You can even compare a string against an empty string. Built-in function. There are many built-in functions for which a string can be passed as an argument. Table 5.1 Built-in function used in strings. Built-in function len, max, min. Description. The len function calculates the number of characters in a string. The white spaces characters are also counted. The max function returns a character having highest ASCII value. The min function returns characters having lowest ASCII value. For example, the number of characters in a string Eskimos number 1 is calculated using len function number 2. Characters with highest and lowest ASCII value are calculated using max in number 3 and min number 4 function. Accessing characters in a string by index number. Each character in strings occupies a position in a string. Each of the string's characters corresponds to an index number. The first character is at the index 0. The next character is an index 1, and so on. The length of the string is the number of characters in it. You can access each character in a string using a subscript operator, a square bracket. Square brackets are used to perform indexing in a string to get the value at a specific index or positions. This is also called subscript operator. The index breakdown for the string be yourself assigned to word place string variable is shown below. The syntax for accessing an individual character in a string is as shown below. String name index, where index is usually in the range of 0 to 1 less than the length of the string. The value of index should always be an integer and indicates the character to be accessed. For example, by referring to the index number in square bracket, you can access individual characters in a string. The index number starts with 0 corresponding to the first character in the string number 2. In string in number 2. The index number increases by 1 as we move to access the next letter to the right of the current letter in number 3 and 6 to 6. The white space character between B and yourself has its own index number. The last character in the string is referenced by an index value, which is the size of the string or len string. If you try to specify an index number more than the number of characters in the string, then it results in index error, string index out of range error in number 7. You can also access individual characters
Hello everyone, i-explain ko sa inyo kung ano ang string slicing and joining. The slicing docs is a handy way to refer to subparts of sequence of characters within an original string. So, ang syntax sa string slicing ay string underscore name, open bracket start, colon, end, open bracket, colon, step, close bracket, close bracket. So, yung colon, ginagamit siya para may specify yung range values. So, sa string slicing, ma-access mo yung sequence of characters by specifying a range of index numbers separated by a colon. String slicing returns a sequence of characters beginning at start and extending up to, but not including end. So, yung start and end indexing values, dapat integer siya. Pwede kang gumamit ng positive indexing or negative indexing. A substring is created when slicing the strings, which is basically a string that already exists within another string. A substring is any sequence of characters that is contained in a string. Dito sa example, yung string na green tea, naka-assign siya sa variable na healthy underscore drink. And when you do the slicing, makaka-create ka ng or makaka-extract ka ng sequence of characters or substring. Take a look dito sa number 2. Mag-i-start ang slicing mula beginning or 0 index hanggang sa end index or yung 3. Kapag na-execute to, ang substring na magiging value niya ay GRE or GRE. Sa string slicing, mag-uumpisa yan sa start index value at mag-e-end siya sa end index value. At yung end index excluded siya. Gaya sa number 2, hindi kinuha yung value ng 3 at ang kinuha lang ay yung value ng 0 hanggang 2. Dito sa number 3 naman, kapag end index lang ang nakalagay, which is yung 5, automatic na magi-start siya sa first index, which is yung 0. Kaya ang magiging substring dyan ay green. Dito naman sa 4, kapag start index lang naman ang nakalagay, magi-start ang slicing sa 6. Kasi yun yung nakalagay na na start index. At mag-e-end siya sa last index. Kaya ang magiging substring value niya ay T. Kapag wala namang nakalagay na start index or end index, ang i-display niya yung entire string, which is yung green tea. Pag equal naman yung start index at end index, magre-result yan ng empty string. So, dito sa number 7 naman, nakalagay beyond the number of the indexing, which is yung 20. Kapag ganyan naman, ang i-display niya lang is yung last index. Or ang i-display niya lang ay hanggang sa last index. Hindi pala niya i-display yung last index lang. Hanggang sa last index ang i-display niya. Kasi magi-stop yung slicing hanggang sa last character ng string. The negative index can be used to access individual characters in a string. Negative indexing start with negative 1 index corresponding to the last character in the string, and then the index decreases by 1 as we move to the left. Dito naman sa negative indexing, hindi siya kagaya ng positive indexing na pag nag-assign ka ng start index at end index, kukuhanin niya yung value mula doon o yung character mula dun sa start index hanggang sa end index. Dito, individual character lang ang i-display niya. Kung ano yung inassign mo, yun lang ang character na kukunin niya. So, dito sa number 1, kailangan mong i-specify yung lowest negative integer number sa start index position. Obvious naman na mas mababa yung negative 3 kaysa sa negative 1, diba? So, kinuha niya lang yung character na naka-assign sa negative 3 at negative 1, which is yung T or T at E. Specifying steps in slice operation. In the slice operation, a third argument called step which is an optional, can be specified along with the start and end index numbers. So, yung step, nagre-refer siya sa number ng character na i-skip natin pagkatapos ng start indexing character sa string. Ang default value ng step ay 1. Sa previous na example natin kanina, hindi na specify yung step value. Kaya ang ginamit doon ay yung default value niya na 1. For example, ang naka-assign na string sa variable na newspaper ay New York Times. Sa slicing ng 0, 12 at 4, tinitake niya yung character at 0 index, which is yung N. At ipiprint niya every fourth character sa string, extending hanggang sa 12 character. Pero ina-exclude yung 12 character kasi yun yung end index niya. You can omit both start and end index values to consider the entire range of characters in the string by specifying 2 colons while considering the step argument, which will specify the numbers of characters to skip. At ang number of character na ini-skip dito ay 3. Kasi every fourth character Kaya yung fourth character ang kukuhanin niya, kaya 3 lang ang ini-skip. Ang magiging value niyan ay ny. Print niya yung n at y kasi ang first character ay n na value ng 0 index. At nagprint siya ng every fourth character na at yun yung y, pero in-exclude niya yung 12. Dito sa number 3 naman, ang naka-specify lang ay yung step argument na 4. Ang ipiprint niya ay yung first character at every fourth character. Kaya ang naging value niya na substring ay nye. Write Python code to determine whether the given string is a palindrome or not using slicing. Dito sa example na to, pag na-execute to, nag-enter ka ng string, at pag na-execute yon, i-identify niya kung palindrome ba siya or not. Sa user underscore string variable naka-store yung i-enter natin na string value. Sa user underscore string, naka-reverse ito using string slicing. Kaya nga na-identify niya kung palindrome ba yung i-enter natin na string. At kino-compare nito sa non-reverse user underscore string. Yung user underscore string na reverse. Pag both ay equal, then i-display niya na palindrome ito. Pag hindi naman, hindi siya i-display niya user entered string is not a palindrome. Kumbaga for example ito, nag-enter ka ng madam, ang i-display niya ay user entered string is palindrome kasi na-identify niya na palindrome talaga ito. Pag in-spell mo kasi yan backward, madam din ang kakalabasan. Dito sa pangalawa naman, ang in-enter ay cat. Ang dinisplay niya, user entered string is not a palindrome kasi pag in-spell mo yan backward, hindi cat ang lalabas, kundi tak. Joining strings using join method. Strings can be joined with the join string. The join method provides a flexible way to concatenate strings. Ang syntax sa join method ay string underscore name dot join open parenthesis sequence close parenthesis. Dito sa join method, ang sequence ay maaaring string or list. Kung ang sequence ay string, yung join method function, mag-i-insert siya ng string underscore name sa pagitan ng bawat character ng string sequence at i-return niya yung concatenated string. Pag yung sequence naman ay list, then yung join function, mag-i-insert siya ng string underscore name sa pagitan ng bawat item sa list sequence at i-return niya yung concatenated string. Note lang na lahat ng items sa list ay string type. Dapat string type. Kung titignan nyo itong example natin, lahat ng items sa list na date underscore of underscore birth list variable ay string type. Sa string na colon, ang ginawa ng join method dyan ay in-insert niya yan sa pagitan ng bawat list item. Tapos, yung concatenated string ay dinisplay niya. Nakikita niyo dyan. Dito sa number 2. Doon naman sa social underscore app list variable, string type din lahat ng list item dyan. Ang ginawa ng join method, in-ensure niya na may blank space sa pagitan ng bawat list item sa social underscore app. Tapos, dinisplay niya yung concatenated string. Kaya makikita niyo na sa Instagram is an photo sharing application. May siya, blank space siya sa number 4. Sa number 5 at 6 naman, yung variable na numbers at characters ay string type din. Yung string value na 1, 2, 3, ini-insert siya sa pagitan ng A at M, tapos M at Y. Yung value na A, 1, 2, 3, M, 1, 2, 3, Y, naka-assign siya dun sa password string. Strings using split method. The split method returns a list of string items by breaking up the string using the delimiter string. Ang syntax sa split method ay string underscore name dot split open parenthesis, open bracket, separator, open bracket, comma, max split, close bracket, close parenthesis. Here, separator is the delimiter string. At optional pa ito. Given string is split into list of string based on the specified separator. Kung ang separator ay hindi specified, then white space is considered as the delimiter string to separate the strings. If max split is given at most max splits are done. Thus, the list will have at most max split plus 1 items. If max split is not specified or negative 1, then there is no limit on the number of splits. Itong nakikita niyong example natin, yung value ng string variable na inventor, sineseparate siya based on comma separator. Dito naman sa pangalawa, yung string variable na watches, hindi na-specify yung separator niya dun sa split method. Kaya, na-separate siya based on white space. Strings are immutable. As strings are immutable, it cannot be modified. Yung mga characters sa string, hindi na siya pwedeng baguhin once na yung string value naka-assign na sa string variable. Pero, pwede kang mag-assign ng panibagong or iba pang string value sa parehong string variable. Dito sa example natin, ang string value na $ ay naka-assign sa string variable na immutable. Pag trinay mo tong baguhin sa pamamagitan ng pag-a-assign ng ibang character sa place ng existing character through indexing, magre-result yan ng error kasi nga string ay immutable. Dito sa second, hindi mo pwedeng baguhin yung string value kasi naka-assign na siya sa string variable. Ang pwede mo lang gawin ay gumawa ka ng bagong string sa variation ng original string. Kumbaga, yan yung color. Gumawa siya ng bagong string. Ginamit niya yung immutable. Hindi niya binago. Ginamit niya yung variation niyan. Yung original string. Also, pwede ka rin mag-assign ng whole new string sa existing string variable. String traversing. Since the string is a sequence of characters, each of these characters can be traversed using the for loop. Ito yung example natin. Program to demonstrate string traversing using the for loop. Ito yung example na to, tutukuyin niya kung ano yung index value ng bawat character sa Google. Ang string value na Google ay naka-assign sa string variable na alphabet. At ang index variable ay na-initialize sa 0. Yung for statement, ang ginawa niyang madali yung pag-loop nito sa bawat character dun sa string. At sa bawat character, natatraverse yun dun sa string. At yung index value, nag-i-increment siya by a value of 1. Each character dun sa string nagko-correspond siya sa index value at yun yung print niya. Yun yung dinidisplay niya. Kaya ang character na G, ang index value niya ay 0. Mag-i-increment yan ng value of 1 hanggang sa last character, which is yung A. At ang index value nito ay 5. This example ay program to print the characters which are common into strings. Etong example na to, ipiprint niya kung ano yung parehong character sa dalawang string values. So, ang string values na rose and goose ay nakapasa sa argumento na common underscore characters close and open parenthesis function. So, ang string values ng rose at goose, naka-assign siya sa string underscore 1 at string underscore 2 parameter variables. Yung for loop, ginamit siya para matraverse ang bawat letter dun sa string value na naka-assign sa string underscore 1 parameter variable. Pag may nahanap siya na kapareho dun sa string underscore 2 parameter variable, yun yung ipiprint niya. Kaya dito sa example, ang output niya ay character O is found in both the strings. Kasi sa rose at goose, parehong may O. Character S is found in both the strings. Character E is found in both the strings.
Hi, I'm Lester Cusile and this is my report. Program 5.4. Write Python program to count the total numbers of vowels, consonant, and blanks in a string. First line. Def main user string is equal to input enter string. Vowels 0, consonants 0, blanks is equal to 0 for each character in user string. If character A, E, I, O, U, then vowels plus is equal to 1. Bakit nauna yung plus kaysa sa equal? Kasi pag sa na-enter na string ay nagkaroon ng isang vowel and na-declare yung value ng vowel doon na 0 sa taas, automatically magpa-plus siya ng 1 kapag may nakita siyang vowels sa string na na-enter. Else if A to Z, ganun din siya sa vowels, consonants plus equal to 1. And else if each character is equal to blank, and then magpiprint siya ng blanks, magpla-plus siya ng 1 pag may blanks sa entered string. And then, yun na, if i-print na yung total numbers of vowels, total number of consonants, total number of blanks in a string. This will be the output. Enter string. Nag-enter siya is may God bless you. And the counted vowels is 5, consonants is 9, blanks entered is 3. User entered the string is assigned to a user string variable. Initially, 0 is assigned to vowels, consonants, and blanks variables. Each of the character in user string is traversed using for loop. Yun yung sinasabi kong for loop na yung vowels plus equals to 1. Next is the program 5.5. Python program to calculate the length of a string without using built-in length function. Itong problem naman na ito is kakalculate niya yung kung kaano kaaba yung entered na string. So first, def main user string input enter string count character. So kakauntin niya yung character na enter na string. For each character in using user string, count character plus equal to 1. Yan na naman yung magpla-plus siya kapag may nakita siyang characters sa in-entered na string. And then magpiprint the length of user entered string is count character. So this will be the output. Ang in-enter niyang string is to answer before listening, that is folly and shame. Ika-count niya kung gaano kahaba yung entered na string. User entered string assigned to user string variable. The count character variable is assigned to 0 value. The count character acts like a counter which keeps track of number of characters and gets incremented by value of 1 when the user string is traversed using for loop. Next is the string methods. You can get a list of all methods associated with string in table 5.2 by passing the string function to dir. This is the example of dir string function. Add class contains ttr dir doc eq format ge get 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 attribute get item get new args gt hash in its subclass iter le len lt mod mul new reduce x rep rep mod rmul set attr size of str subclass hook capitalize case fold center count. So makikita din natin to sa ating table 5.2, which is the various string method. First one is the capitalize or the syntax string name that capitalize. In description, method returns copy of string with its first character capitalize. So example, pag yung pangalan ko Lester, yung unang letter which is the L ay makakapitalize and the rest is lowercase. Case fold, string name case fold. The casefold method returns a casefold copy of the string. Casefold strings may be used to careless matching center. So, center by taking with parameter into account. So, isi-center niya yung strings. Count. The method count returns the number of non-overlapping occurrences of substring in a range, start to end. Optional argument is start at end interpreted in slice notation. Ends with. This method ends with returns the true if the string name ends with a specified suffix substring, otherwise returns false. Next is the find. Checks if is substring appears in string name or if substring appears in string name specified by index start and index end. Next is the isalnum. This method isalnum returns boolean kapag yung character string ay may alphanumeric and kapag wala, it returns false. Next is the is alpha. The method is alpha returns boolean true kapag yung character strings ay may alphabet and there is at one least character, else returns boolean false. Is decimal. Magtutrue yung boolean kapag yung character string ay may decimal characters and kapag wala, magpo-false. Is digit, same lang pag true, digit. Pag may digits, it's true. And next is the identifier. It turns boolean true if the string is a valid identifier. Pag valid yung identifier na nilagay. Next is the slower. The is lower or the lowercase. So it returns true kapag merong lowercase sa string. Next is space. Returns true if there are only white spaces. Kapag wala, returns false. Is numeric. Is numeric returns boolean true if all characters in the string name are numeric characters and if there is at one least character, else it returns boolean false. Next is the is title. The method is title returns true if the string is a case string. Is upper, magto-true siya kapag may upper cases and kapag wala, is false. Upper string methods. This method converts lowercase letters in string to uppercase. Lower is parang ganun din, converts upper cases. Ay, baliktad niya lang pala. Convert uppercase to lowercase. Ljust. In Ljust method, when you provide the string to method, it returns the string left justified. Left justified yung Ljust and Rjust is the right justified. And next is the title. Returns title case version of string. All words begin with uppercase characters and the rest are lowercase. Swap case. In this method, returns a copy of the string with uppercase characters converted to lowercase and vice versa. Split lines. The method split lines returns a list of the lines in the string, breaking out line boundaries. Next is start. The start with returns boolean true if the string starts with prefix, otherwise false. Strip returns a copy of string in name which specified chars have been stripped from both sides of the string. R strip, the right I removes all trailing white space of the string. L strip removes all leading white space in the string. Replaces all occurrence of old in string with new. Zfill pads the string name on the left zeros to fill with.
Hi, I'm Crismark Danao. Ito po ang aking report. 5.6 to 9. Write Python program that accept a sentence and calculate the number of words, digits, uppercase letters, and lowercase letters. Depth string in processing. User in string. Word in count equals 0. Number 3, digit in count equals 0. Number 4, upper in case in count equals 0. Number 5, lower in case in count equals 0. For each in user in string. Number 7, if each in char that is digit, where 8 digit in count plus equals 1. Else each in char is space. Number 10, word in count plus equals 1. Else if each in char that is upper is upper in case in count plus equals 1. Right. The 13, else if each in char in is lower. Number 14, lower in case in count plus equals 1, else pass. Number 17. Print if number of digits in sentence is digit in count. Print if number of words in sentence is word in count plus 1. Print if number of uppercase letter in sentence is upper in case in count. 20. Print if number of lowercase letter in sentence is lower in case in count. Number 21. Dep main. 22. User in input equals input. Enter a sentence. String in processing. User in input. If in name. Ito po yung output niya. Enter a sentence that Eiffel Tower in Paris is 224 m tall. Number of digits in sentence is 3. Number of words in sentence is 8. Number of uppercase letter in sentence is 4. Number of lowercase letter in sentence is 24. So initially lahat ng variable dito is na-assign sa 0 dito sa program 5.6. Program 7. Write Python program to convert uppercase letters to lowercase and vice versa. Number 1. Depth case in conversion. User in string. Convert in case equal string. For each in char in user in string, if each char that is upper. Number 5. Convert case plus equals each char that lower. Else convert case plus equals each char that upper. Number 8. Print if the modified string is convert case. Dep main. Input string equals input. Enter a string. Case conversion input string. If name main. Output enter a string exquisite. The modified string is exqui site. So, bawat karakter ng string dito is traverse using for loop. And sine-check niya kung whether uppercase program 5.8. Write Python program to replace comma separated words with hyphens and print hyphen separated words in ascending order. Dep replace comma with hyphen. Comma separated words. Split words equals comma in separated words that split. Split words that short. Hyphen separated words equals double cross join split in words. Print if hyphen separated words in ascending order are hyphen in separated in words. Dep main. Comma separated words equals input. Enter comma separated words. Replace comma with hyphen comma separated words. If name in main. Output enter comma separated words global education. Hyphen separated words in ascending order are education global. So yung user dito ay nag-enter ng sequence of words na na-separate by comma. So, yun lang po ang aking report.
Formatting strings. Python supports multiple ways to format strings. These include add formatting and string str format. Each of them have their advantage and disadvantage. A new string formatting mechanism referred as f-string formatted string. So, strings. The f-strings formatting is driven to desire to have a simpler way to format strings in Python. So, number one is Almanac is equals to Nostradamus. So, number two, seer is add almanac. So, is add string almanac. So, the value is seer semicolon Nostradamus. Works well when single is passed, but if variable almanac be a tuple, the same code would be failed. So the tuple is a data structure that store an order sequence of value. So here in the example is almanac is equals to Nostradamus 1567. So seer did not read it. So that's it. Traceback. Most recent all call test. File std.din line 1 in module, type error, all arguments converted during string formatting. So dahil nga po may dahil naging tuple yung variable nung number 1, kaya hindi siya binasa ni Python, kaya naging type error. Passing multiple values not supported in formatting string. The str formatting was added to address some of these problems with the formatting strings. The value is equals to 4 times 20, then the value is value dash that the semicolon format value is equals to value. So the value is 80. So 4 times 20 is equals to 80. So that's the value. Too much verbosity. It is the simplest form of the value that's inserted into the placeholder is sometimes to remove from when the placeholder is situated. So kanina po situated po yung yung given natin sa una. Then sabi niya is the value is value, tas ni format is equals to value is equals to value. So ngayon po gagawin po natin is too much verbosity. So the value is equals to open and close curly bracket colon format open and close parenthesis value. So the value is 80. So tinanggal na po natin yung mahabang sequence dun sa first. Then statement is not informative, which an f string this becomes f is the value is value. Then the answer is the value is 80. So kung recall po natin, statement is not informative. With an f string, this becomes f, the value is the value. So the value po nung kanina natin is 80. So hanggang ngayon is value po rin po niya is yung 80. Backslashes may not appear inside the expression portion of f strings, so you cannot use them. So for example is f open and close open or close curly bracket backslash dot quote string backslash colon comma, then close curly bracket, then another comma. So file stdin line 1 syntax error. If string expressions part cannot include a backslash are not supported with the curly braces when f strings are used. So yung yung backslash is hindi siya supported kapag nasa loob siya ng curly bracket. So dito sa example po natin is f open curly bracket quoted string, then double quotation, then close curly bracket. So ang lumabas po sa kanya is quoted string kasi po wala po yung backslash, di katulad po kanina na merong backslash kaya hindi po lumabas yung in-input natin. Use different types of quotes within and outside the curly braces. Format specifiers. Format specifier may also contain evaluated expression. Syntax for f-strings formatting operation is f-string underscore statement open curly bracket variable underscore name open bracket colon open curly bracket with close curly bracket dot open curly bracket precision close curly bracket, then the close colon and close curly bracket. The F character should be prefixed during F string formatting. In this statement is a string consisting of sequence of characters. Within curly braces, you specify the variable name whose value will be displayed. Specifying width and precision values are optional. If they are specified, then both width and precision should be involved with curly braces. Also, using variable name along with their width or values should be separated by a colon. You can pad or create space around variable name value element through width value. By default, string are left justified and numbers are right justified. Precision refers to the total numbers of digits that will be displayed in a number. This includes the decimal point and all the digits, i.e. before and other decimal points. So, this statement consists of sequence of characters. You specify the value name so that it will be displayed. But if the width and the precisions values are yung width po and precision are optional lang sila. Kapag na-specify yung value ng width tsaka ng precision, i-display siya nung curly braces. Pero pag hindi siya i-display. So, pwede ka rin gumawa ng space or you can create space around variable name. So, ang isa pa is strings are left justified and numbers are right justified. So, sa example po natin is width is equals to 10, precision is equals to 5, on the value is 12.12.34567. Result value with precision 12346. Kasi yung precision po natin is 5. Then the value with 12.34567. F results value and precision 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wala yung 5. So, yung width natin is wala naman po siya doon. Wala naman pong 10 dito kaya hindi po natin siya sinama. So, yung 5 na nandito sa number 4, kaya po natanggal yung number 4 dun sa yung 5 sa number 4 kasi belong po siya. Hindi po parang tatanggalin yung width. Kahit hindi na po siya kasama, so natanggal po yung 5. Kasi precision and width. Value ng precision and width. Different ways of string formatting F strings. Next is escape sequence or control sequence. Escape sequence are combination of a backslash followed by either letter or combination of letter and digits. One backslash is equals to break a line into multiple lines while ensuring a combination of line. So yung isang backslash daw po is ang pinaka-purpose niya is to break a line into multiple lines. So double backslash is equals to insert a backslash character in a string. So yung double backslash po is insert a backslash in a string. Backslash and comma, insert a single quote character in a string. Then yung backslash dalawang comma po is equals to insert a double quote character in the string. So yung kanina po is isa lang po yung yung quote niya. So kaya po single character. Langan po yung dalawa yung quote kaya naging double string. Then backslash n is equals to insert a new line in the string. So backslash t, insert a tab into the string. Backslash r, insert a carriage return. Backslash b, insert a backspace. Backslash u, insert a Unicode character. Backslash, I don't know what to pronounce pero parang isang malaking zero then dalawang maliit is to insert a character in the string based on its octal value. Backslash xhh is equals to insert a character into the string based on hex value. So yun po yung mga identification po ng mga backslash sa escape sequence. So as you can see po this example is print you can break backslash single line to backslash multiple lines. So ang ginawa po niya is pinag-multiple po niya kaya po pagka pinrint siya is you can break single line into multiple lines. Next is print backslash double backslash inside a string. So pagka na-print po siya is print backslash then yung backslash po na isa inside a string. So yun po yung niya kanina. Then print single quote within a string backslash tas may quote po siya. So ang lumabas po is print single quote tapos may quote po siya na ganoon with a string. Then yung sa double quote naman po is print double quote within tas backslash double quote within a string. So ganun din po lumabas. Print double quote within a string. So dito naman po is first line tapos slash new tab kaya po slash n then second line. So ang nangyari po is first line then sa second line is then sa new tab pangalawa po niya is new tab so yun po naging second line. So nagkaroon po sila ng dalawang tab, parang dalawang sequence po. Then print tab backslash t spacing. So ang nangyari po is tab tas nagkaroon po siya ng space. Then next is print same tapos print r slash r which is insert carriage return. So ang na-print po is light. So next is print HE backslash I. So ang naging ang naging value niya is high. So sa naman po sa number 9 is print backslash use 20B9 is a numerical number po ata siya na hindi siya unfamiliar po. Then number 10 is print backslash next is row string. Row string is created by prefixing the character R to the string. In Python, a row string ignores all types of formatting within a string, including escape characters. So, ang row string daw po is ginawa siya via prefixing characters. So, ang row string din is nag-ignore ng all types of formatting with including the escape characters. So, ang isang example po natin nandito is print our Bible says taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. So, kung titingnan po natin yung naging po niya, yung naging result po niya is the Bible said that, then backslash double quotation po, then taste and see that the Lord is good. Tas po siya, comma, colon, because is the man who takes refuge in him. So, yun po yung nag-example. Kung napansin nyo po, may mga na-ignore din po siyang mga tawag doon. Yung mga quotation or something. Then, yun lang po. Unicodes fundamentally computer just deal with numbers. They store letters and other characters by assigning a number in each one. Before Unicode, they called it character encodings. So before the name Unicode, ang phrase name po niya is character encoding. So kung titingnan po natin this example is Unicode underscore string is equals to malaking U and A. Unicode is equals to backslash U018 E string backslash XF1. So, ang then Unicode string is equals to a Unicode, baliktad po ng letter E, string, N.